Adam Newman had promised himself he would never cross this line again. But the second Chelsea Lawson opened that encrypted file, everything changed. Because buried inside the documents was proof that someone inside Newman Enterprises was preparing to destroy Adam's life piece by piece, and worse, Chelsea realized Adam may have known more than he admitted. The tension exploded late at night inside Adam's office. The building was nearly empty. The city lights reflected across the windows while Adam stared at his laptop in complete silence. Chelsea stood across from him, arms folded tightly. She could feel it. That familiar feeling she hated. The feeling that Adam Newman was hiding something again. "You told me this was about protecting Connor," Chelsea said carefully. "But this goes way beyond that." Adam leaned back slowly in his chair. "It does." That answer only made Chelsea more nervous. For weeks, Adam had been unusually distracted. He canceled meetings, ignored calls, stayed late at the office every night. At first, Chelsea believed he was simply overwhelmed with pressure from Victor Newman and the endless corporate chaos surrounding Newman Enterprises. But now she realized something darker was happening behind the scenes. Chelsea walked closer to the desk and pointed at the screen. "These payments," she said, "these fake shell accounts, someone's moving money through Newman Media." Adam nodded once. "I know." Chelsea froze. "You know?" Adam finally looked directly at her. "I found out 3 weeks ago." The silence between them became unbearable. Chelsea's heart immediately dropped because Adam had made the exact mistake he always made. Instead of trusting her, he tried to handle everything alone. Again. "You let me keep working beside you every day without telling me any of this?" Chelsea asked. "I was trying to protect you." Chelsea laughed bitterly. "That line never works anymore, Adam." He stood up fast. "You think I wanted this? You think I wanted Connor dragged into another disaster?" The mention of Connor instantly shifted the mood. Both of them stopped talking for a second. Their son was always the center of everything, every fight, every decision, every sacrifice. And that was exactly why Chelsea suddenly became terrified. Because whenever Adam became desperate to protect family, he started making dangerous choices. Chelsea lowered her voice. "What aren't you telling me?" Adam hesitated. That hesitation was all Chelsea needed to see. "There's more," she whispered. Adam rubbed his forehead slowly before walking toward the window. "Someone's targeting me personally," he admitted. Chelsea felt her stomach tighten. "Who?" "That's the problem," Adam said. "I don't know yet." But Chelsea wasn't convinced. Adam always knew more than he admitted. Always. She remembered too many nights like this, too many secrets, too many lies wrapped inside partial truths. That history still haunted their relationship, no matter how hard they tried rebuilding trust. Chelsea crossed her arms tighter. "You expect me to believe you have no idea who's behind this?" Adam turned back sharply. "I said I don't know. But you suspect someone." He stayed silent. That silence answered everything. Chelsea's frustration exploded instantly. "This is exactly what destroys us every single time," she shouted. "You decide what people deserve to know, and then you manipulate the situation until it blows up in everyone's face." Adam's jaw tightened. "I'm trying to stop that from happening. Then stop shutting me out." For a moment, neither of them moved. The emotions hanging between them felt painfully familiar. Love, fear, distrust, and exhaustion. Chelsea wanted to believe Adam had changed. Part of her truly believed he had become a better man after everything they survived together. But another part of her still remembered the manipulation, the games, the lies Adam once used so naturally. And tonight, those memories came rushing back. Adam finally stepped closer. "If I tell you everything," he said quietly, "you could become a target too." Chelsea stared directly into his eyes. "I already am." That hit Adam harder than expected. Because deep down, he knew she was right. Anyone connected to him eventually got pulled into danger. Chelsea looked back at the documents again. These transfers started months ago, she said carefully. Why now? Why are they suddenly escalating? Adam exhaled slowly. Because somebody found out I was investigating. Chelsea's eyes widened. And now they're sending warnings. The room suddenly felt colder. Chelsea immediately remembered the strange incidents from the past week. The anonymous phone calls, the hacked email, the black SUV parked outside Connor's school 2 days in a row. At the time, Adam brushed it all off. Now she understood why. Chelsea's voice dropped to almost a whisper. You think Connor's in danger? Adam didn't answer immediately. That terrified her even more. Finally, he nodded once. Chelsea turned away, trying to steady herself. Nothing mattered more than Connor. Nothing. And if somebody was threatening their son to get to Adam, this situation had already become far worse than corporate sabotage. Chelsea took a long breath. What's the plan? Adam looked surprised by the question. You still want to help me? Chelsea looked at him sharply. Don't confuse helping you with trusting you. That answer hurt. But Adam accepted it because he knew he deserved it. Chelsea walked back toward the desk. Start from the beginning, she demanded. No more half-truths. Adam slowly sat down again. Then he revealed the part he had hidden from everyone, including Victor Newman. 3 months earlier, Adam discovered irregular activity connected to a private media acquisition. At first, it looked like simple financial fraud. But after digging deeper, he realized someone inside Newman Enterprises had been secretly feeding confidential company information to an outside competitor. Chelsea listened carefully as Adam explained how the leak expanded into multiple departments: marketing, finance, legal. Whoever orchestrated it had deep access inside the company, and they were careful, very careful. Adam spent weeks tracing the activity quietly because he didn't know who he could trust, not even within his own family. Chelsea immediately noticed something strange. You didn't mention Victor once, she said. Adam's expression hardened instantly. That's intentional. Chelsea stared at him. You think Victor's involved? I think Victor knows more than he's saying. That statement changed everything, because accusing Victor Newman of hiding information was dangerous even for Adam. Chelsea sat down slowly. This is getting out of control. Adam nodded. You finally understand why I couldn't tell you. But Chelsea still wasn't ready to let him off the hook. No, she said firmly. I understand why you were scared. That's not the same thing. Adam looked away. Chelsea continued. You made a decision for me instead of trusting me to handle the truth. Adam knew she was right, again. And that truth frustrated him because he genuinely believed he was protecting her. But intentions never erased consequences. Suddenly Adam's phone buzzed loudly on the desk. Both of them looked down at the screen. Unknown number. Adam answered carefully. Yeah? For several seconds he said nothing. Chelsea watched his expression completely change. The color drained from his face. Then the call ended. What happened? Chelsea asked immediately. Adam slowly lowered the phone. They know you're helping me now. Chelsea's pulse spiked. What do you mean? Adam looked directly at her. That was a warning. Before Chelsea could respond, every light inside the office suddenly went black. The entire floor dropped into darkness. Chelsea gasped softly. Then somewhere in the hallway outside, a door slammed shut. Part 2. Chelsea's heart pounded violently inside the darkness. For one terrifying second, neither she nor Adam moved. The silence felt suffocating. Then Adam immediately grabbed his phone and turned on the flashlight. Stay behind me, he ordered. Chelsea hated how instinctively he shifted into protection mode. Part of her appreciated it. Another part wondered if his actions had caused this entire nightmare in the first place. The narrow beam of light cut across the office as Adam slowly approached the door. Another noise echoed from the hallway. Footsteps. Fast. then suddenly gone. Chelsea stepped closer to him. "Security should be here already," she whispered. Adam's expression darkened. "That's what worries me." He opened the office door carefully. The hallway outside was almost completely black except for emergency lights glowing faintly near the elevators. Everything felt wrong, too quiet. Adam scanned the corridor while Chelsea stayed close behind him. Then Adam stopped walking. Chelsea noticed it instantly. "What is it?" Adam pointed toward the floor. A single envelope sat directly outside his office door. Chelsea's stomach tightened. Adam bent down slowly and picked it up. No name, no markings, just a plain white envelope. Chelsea immediately spoke. "Don't open that," but Adam already had. Inside was one photograph. Nothing else. Adam's face hardened instantly. Chelsea grabbed the picture from his hand. The second she saw it, her blood ran cold. It was Connor, leaving school earlier that afternoon. Someone had been watching their son. Chelsea looked up in horror. "Oh my God." Adam's entire body tensed with rage. "This is exactly why I tried keeping you out of it." Chelsea spun toward him immediately. "No, don't do that. Don't blame this on me." "I'm blaming myself." And for the first time all night, Chelsea believed him completely, because Adam looked terrified. Not angry, not manipulative. Terrified. He pulled out his phone again and dialed immediately. Victor Newman answered after 2 rings. Adam didn't waste a second. "We have a problem." Victor's voice remained calm. "What happened?" "They sent a picture of Connor." That finally got Victor's attention. Chelsea could hear the shift in his tone instantly. "Where are you?" "Newman Media." "Stay there," Victor ordered. "I'm sending security now." Adam ended the call quickly. Chelsea crossed her arms tightly, trying to steady herself emotionally. "Do you still think Victor's hiding something?" Adam didn't answer right away. That hesitation bothered her again. "Adam, I don't know what to think anymore." Chelsea stared at the photograph again. Connor looked completely normal in it, smiling, safe, unaware someone was tracking him. That image shattered her emotionally. Because now this wasn't business anymore. This wasn't corporate sabotage. This was personal. Chelsea suddenly looked at Adam differently. She realized he'd been carrying this fear alone for weeks, and maybe that fear was exactly what pushed him into secrecy again. But understanding his motives didn't erase the damage between them. Chelsea sat down slowly on the couch inside the office. "You should have trusted me." Adam looked exhausted. "I know." "No," Chelsea said quietly. "I need you to actually hear that." Adam walked closer. "I was afraid you'd leave." That confession hit harder than Chelsea expected, because beneath all the chaos, that was the real truth. Adam wasn't only afraid of losing control of the situation, he was afraid of losing her. Chelsea looked down briefly before speaking again. "When things get hard, you still isolate yourself. You still decide everybody would be safer if you handled everything alone." Adam nodded slowly. "I'm trying to change that." Chelsea's eyes filled with emotion. "But are you really changing, or just getting better at hiding it?" That question cut deep. Adam couldn't answer because part of him feared she might be right. A loud knock suddenly interrupted them both. Adam immediately moved toward the door. Victor Newman entered with 2 security guards behind him. The second Victor saw Chelsea holding Connor's photo. His entire expression darkened. "Who else knows about this?" Victor demanded. "No one," Adam replied. Victor turned toward the guards. "I want every camera angle from Connor's school today. Every vehicle, every face." The guards left instantly. Victor then focused entirely on Adam. "You should have come to me sooner." Adam almost laughed bitterly. "Would it have mattered?" Victor's eyes narrowed. "You think I would let someone threaten my grandson?" "That's not what I think." "Then say what you do think." The tension between father and son exploded instantly. Chelsea could feel years of distrust underneath every word. Adam stepped closer. "I think you recognized the leak before I did." Victor stayed silent, That silence said enough. Chelsea looked between them in shock. You knew? Victor answered carefully. I suspected. Adam shook his head angrily. And you still kept me in the dark? Victor's voice hardened. I was investigating quietly. Chelsea suddenly understood something horrifying. Both Victor and Adam had been secretly investigating the same threat separately. Neither trusted the other enough to share information, and now their silence may have endangered Connor. Chelsea stood up immediately. This is insane, she snapped. You're both so obsessed with control that you ignored the damage happening around you. Neither man argued with her, because she was right. Victor finally spoke again. The person responsible wants division inside this family. Fear creates mistakes. Adam crossed his arms. Or maybe someone's using this situation to settle old scores. Victor looked directly at him. You have enemies, Adam. So do you. The room became silent again. Chelsea suddenly noticed something else. Victor wasn't surprised enough. Concerned, yes. Angry, definitely. But not shocked. And that realization sent another wave of fear through her. What aren't you saying? Chelsea asked Victor carefully. Victor looked at her for several seconds before answering. Earlier tonight, one of our private servers was breached. Adam's eyes widened immediately. What was taken? Victor's expression turned grim. Information connected to every member of this family. Chelsea felt sick. Addresses, phone records, schedules, security details, Connor, everything. Adam slammed his fist against the desk in frustration. This is escalating too fast, Victor nodded once, which means the next move is coming soon. Chelsea suddenly realized something terrifying. Whoever was behind this attack wasn't simply threatening Adam anymore. They were targeting the entire Newman family. And if the intruder already had access to private information, then nowhere was truly safe. Adam looked at Chelsea carefully. We need to move Connor tonight. Chelsea immediately agreed. But before anyone could leave, Adam's phone buzzed again. Another unknown number. The room went completely still. Victor stared at the phone. Answer it. Adam slowly pressed the button. A distorted voice filled the room. You still don't understand what this is really about. Adam's face hardened instantly. What do you want? The voice laughed softly. This was never about money. Chelsea felt chills run down her spine. Then the caller said something that stunned every person in the room. It's about what Adam did. The line went dead. And suddenly Chelsea realized the nightmare wasn't beginning. It had already started.